Yo, what's up, y'all? This is the One Nation Podcast 864. I got my girl Krystal Meadows on, and I know she like this song. I'm gonna let it play for a minute.
Yes.
She like that. Yeah, that's Mary J. Y'all know about Mary J. She know though. She know. Yeah. Y'all know I like to open up with a song.
Yes.
She vibes and get the mood straight. Yeah. I'm gonna let it play for a minute. Cause we got a phenomenal woman on here today, y'all. You gotta listen and take me a. Yeah, that's my shit now. I had to say that.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we gonna have a good show today, y'all. All right, y'all, check this out. I'm gonna get back to her in a minute. But like I said, this is the One Nation Podcast 864. Y'all know what y'all at. You know who you tuned in with. But we got the one and only Krystal Meadows in the building. Krystal, I'm gonna tell you something. When I dropped it on, I sent it to you first. You got excited about it. So then when I dropped it on Facebook, you know you ain't on Facebook.
Right.
Keisha Fernandez loved it. Shouts out to
My
Keisha.
PIC.
Everybody was like, yo, Krystal gonna be on? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. When I said I'm gonna have Krystal on, it was like, oh, that's gonna flow. I said, yeah, cause me and Krystal been tight. Yeah, that's an in-law. They was like, yo, can you get me on the podcast? I'm like, nah, y'all ain't got that to talk about. But we gonna.
My PIC might have something to say now.
Yeah, they might have something to say for the people. Some of these nuts I get on this podcast, man, and I was like, boy, okay, let's go with it. Let's just flow with it. That's
flow
cool.
with it.
But y'all, we gonna dive into some pretty deep topics today. I got her on. We're gonna talk exactly, directly to y'all, to the people. Krystal, what you do. And way I do my podcast, I always do this. Everybody know this, and I've seen it. Get to know a little bit more about you. I already know about you.
Absolutely.
The people I don't know about you. You tell them what you want to tell them. You got to tell them everything.
Okay. I'm going to give you a brief overview in regards to the topic.
Okay.
I'm a counselor at Voc Rehab. My focus is public. And what I do disabilities obtain and maintain competitive employment. Mm-hmm. So that can be anything from high blood pressure to cancer.
Okay.
God forbid, but the highway is dangerous. Everybody on there don't need to be there.
True.
It's like they're kind of selling licenses nowadays instead of making you earn them. So, but God forbid we go out there and get in a wreck and we're seriously injured. We got to get off our job. Don't know if disability gonna come through or when it's gonna come through. Yeah. That type of thing. And you want to keep that determination to go back to work or be active in some kind of way, because if you don't use it, you lose it. That's a true statement.
You're right.
So I have a few of those.
Okay. Well,
and we work with them. We have different networks, different community partners.
Y'all listen to
this,
right?
And we try to get you back where you want to be.
Okay. Well, shoot, I should have used you about about a month ago when I had my car wreck. I messed my knee up, man. I understand what you're saying, and this is what I want people to understand too. Like what she's saying, sometimes I can speak for myself when this happens. They laid me out for a while, right? Now, I don't know about y'all, Krystal. I don't know if you ever been down for a minute. Them walls can close in on you. Okay, y'all listen.
They'll
to me.
Talk to you.
I'm gonna talk to y'all for a second. I'm gonna give it back to them. They will, like she said, they will talk to you. It have you thinking some things you didn't think you would be thinking about. And then what's crazy, you at home and you trying to call this person. The world's still going. Everybody's still working. Everybody's still doing this. I found myself getting upset at people, and I'm like, hold up, T. Everybody else got to go on with their life. Exactly. But that's when you really find your faith with God. I'm going to be honest with you. When you get along by yourself, you go through a lot. I thought a lot, but once you find that faith, it goes with. Now, something you said, you help with the disability. How long you been doing it?
I've been in about 3 years now, working with disabled population about 9.
Okay. Now, you say you've been in it for 3 years. Do you enjoy doing it?
I love it. I do. I love it. Okay. I meet some good people.
That's what I was going to get to next.
I meet some good people.
I know, because a lot of people, let me see, everybody ain't the same.
Right.
People different or whatever. But is it one particular case that you worked on? You ain't got to say the name, but it's just one of those that your heart went all the way out to them and you just felt. Yeah. I bet it did. I bet it did. Can you kind of speak on what it was, because I got one too, and I wanted to bring it to the table. I'll let you talk about it first. If you can't go too deep without giving too much information. You don't want to put nobody about that like that.
I give an overview. Again, my focus is probation, pardon, and parole. So I get a lot of substance abuse, a lot of prisoners, ex-cons, that different type of thing. And one of the most touching stories was a young man who had just got out of prison. I think he had been in there about 30 years. And he told me, he sat down in my office, and after we talked and everything, he looked at me and he said, "You the first person to talk to me like a man today." It caught me off guard a little bit, but just dealing with the population I deal with, it didn't take long.
Okay.
And so I was like, just to hear him say it though. What you mean? What you mean when you say that? What you mean
talk to you like a man?
He said, everybody talk at me. He said, you talk to me.
Exactly. He
was like, I just got out of prison. I don't have nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't got nobody. The people I did have, either they don't have nothing to do with me or they gone. He said, and I got all these fees. I ain't got no job.
Yeah, and you trying to make it.
I'm just trying to make it. He said, I'm trying not to go back to what got me where I was.
I feel you on it.
And it did something to me.
It
did something to me.
I know it got you.
It did.
And when you hear something like that, you be like, oh man.
Because I thought I was just talking to him, giving him information, telling him what to do. And he let me talk. And
30 years a long time.
It is.
And
it is.
The piggyback off that, y'all, you got, you heard what she did with. Everybody deserves a second chance.
Absolutely.
Okay, and the story I had for you, close friend of mine, I ain't saying no names, but he didn't do 30. I'm gonna say 10, maybe 10. And life just got hard for him. You know what I mean? And he came home to nothing. I mean, and let me say this: boy left with everything. Came home with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know how they go. Money done got ran through and stuff like that. Couldn't find a job nowhere. 24/7. And to be honest, I wish. Now I know everything about you, but I didn't know you were doing this. I never asked you your occupation. I wish I could have sent him to you. Now that just. Now he probably looking at you like
it ain't too late.
You nut, you damn fool.
It ain't too late.
He and I think it was one of the biggest comeback stories I know of a person. Came home, bro didn't have nothing. He reached out to the family. Family even turned. Then your family turned your back on too. And that was first. And when I heard he was home, and I seen him, and when I seen him, if y'all familiar with Spartanburg, Ashford Highway. You know what I'm saying? Reached out to his sister, talked to her, told me what we had going on. Well, that was 5 years ago. Show y'all how God worked. I got in contact with him. Now I'm not. Let's say I spoke to him, but I'm not taking the rescue for his success because we just had, you had people put him in the right area. Well, now he got a house, got 2 cars. I ain't gonna say the plant he working for, but he working for a good place, and that just show you how God can work. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you done seen that a lot in what you done.
Absolutely.
When you saying people coming like 30 years, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. What was the age? Can you give me the age?
He went in, I think he was at 27. He was 27 when he went in.
Good God Almighty.
So he's, he still got a chance.
Yeah, he still got a chance.
50s ain't old nowadays. You're still thriving in your 50s, so he got a chance.
He got a chance, man. And he just got to stay focused, keep his head up. But like I said, I know you run into that 24/7, man. And it's just, now, the whole thing, let me get this right. Y'all deal with, the parolees and stuff like that. Now, you stated something. Now, I may veer off track, but you stated something. You said the C word I can't stand. Cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows somebody with it and lost somebody to it. And I wanted to take this time. I do like a little segment. And this is just me, y'all, and me and her flow the same way.
Absolutely.
So I know some people dealing with it. I've lost a mother from it, a grandmother from it. I just want to take this time to tell y'all something. I'm going to give y'all something. I'm pretty sure Krystal will give y'all something too. Everybody battle with stuff. Cancer is one word we don't like. I just discovered a friend of mine had it. So my words to y'all and to you, I know it's days when you get up, and I can speak on this. I can't speak on how you're feeling, but I can speak on because I've seen what it's done to my loved ones, okay? So every day you get up is going to be a challenge. You got to understand it, but you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. Keep your faith in God and just take it day by day. I know some of these doctors going to tell you stuff. Don't listen because God got the upper hand. You know what I mean? So by all means, I want to take this moment to tell you I've been wanting to do it, but I think it's a good time to do it. I got Krystal on here with me, and I want her to say something to everybody that's going through something too. You got to keep going. You can't stop. Keep your head up. Keep your faith, and you'll make it. Krystal, you got something for them too?
Absolutely. Train your mind to choose life.
Exactly.
Speak life, choose life.
Exactly.
Power in the tongue.
You're right. You heard that. It's a power in the tongue. That's why I've been trying to tell y'all. All you got to do is speak it. Speaking into existence. I mean, even if people think, even if you find yourself sometimes you keep saying stuff, people like, man, I'm crazy. No, you're not. You doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
You know, and no matter, how long it take, I mean, get down on your knees. You feel like praying for 2 seconds to 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Do you. You the one going through it. No, nobody else know you going through that.
Absolutely. The most powerful prayer is 2 words. Thank you.
You heard that, right? And I hope y'all paying attention to the podcast. We're gonna get deep into something. Now, Krystal, we got another subject I don't want to get on yet because I know we're gonna spend a minute on it. And I'm trying to get myself right for that one.
Take your time. Take your time.
Now, before we get into that, and you know what I'm talking about. What made you want to get into that profession? Was it just something you just like, I'm going to try it, or you always
No, it definitely had a background to it. Okay. I wanted to be the person that I needed. I wanted to be the person that I needed. And that's just not to say that I didn't have anybody, because I definitely had a support system. Yeah. But you can't tell everybody everything. Right. That go for family too, because the worst thing you can do to me is use one of my insecurities or something I confided in you with against me. Right. And people will do that.
You're right.
So, everybody need that one non-judgmental person that
no
ain't gonna go and say, well, I'm gonna tell you this, but you don't tell nobody now. This between me and you. No, you done broke it. It's over now. It's over. But you need to know that the walls won't talk. The walls that you confide with that person, those walls won't talk. And everybody don't have that.
You're right. And
everybody don't have that.
You're right. Everybody don't have that, and that's something you wish everybody had.
Yeah, everybody need that, especially now in the days of COVID. I mean, people are dying that you just ain't never see it coming.
You're right. That
takes a toll on your mental health.
You're right.
It goes beyond a label, a diagnosis.
You're right about that.
People go through depression who don't even know they have it.
And I'm gonna piggyback off that since you said depression. We're gonna talk about that for a minute. I opened up last year with a podcast I did, and y'all been watching my podcast. Y'all know I done came a long way, and I'm still going. I done came a long way from where I was at. I opened up one night about what I went through, my depression and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you what touched me with it. I opened up, I didn't expect to get that many views from it. But I said, damn, I looked. But then an hour I had like 20 views. Now I'm thinking like, yo, I done told everybody my story. Everybody done looked at it. Like, damn, I didn't know you was going through that. You know how people is. Oh, yeah. Why you should have commented? No, it don't work like that, bro. When you're going through something sometimes, it sticks on you. And like she say, you want to find that person you can confide in. At that time, I couldn't, cause I talk to the wall. Your walls don't talk, but when you let people inside your wall, you know what I'm saying? So I opened up about that. The one thing that touched me the most, it wasn't about me that opened up. I got a phone call. I don't say no name. I got a phone call. Man, I didn't know you was going through that. Now, this is not an average homeboy of mine. This is just I'm going to say an associate at the time, but this made us closer. And he said, bro, you don't know, you just done changed my life. I said, what you mean change your life? He said, bro, I've been thinking about, in layman's term, offering myself about the last 3 years. He said, I didn't know nobody was going through it. Now, mind you, at the same time, Krystal, this the same dude that I would see, he would see me. It don't even look like we going through that. we hide it well.
Those the ones.
Having a good time. That's the ones y'all need to check out.
Check
and then,
on your strong friends.
Exactly. And when he said, I used to see you always checking up on me, and then I said, yeah, bro, but at the same time, I was sick myself. I said I was battling this, and then once I came out my shell with it, people started seeing, one thing about people gonna talk about it. No matter if you say something good,
you can count on it.
You know that. And I'm just like, damn, I done pulled my heart out.
Are you talking about me?
I'm still talking, I say.
Like, doggone, help me. Don't talk to me.
Help me. I had one of my homeboys, I love him to death, man. I'm going to tell you, it was funny to me because he said, I'm just messing with you, bro. He said, God damn, boy, you bad. He said, you doing bad, boy. I said, yeah, man, I was doing bad. Damn, boy, you need to get some help, I say, bro,
So I commend him for that.
Yeah,
a lot of them won't say that.
He said, you need to get some help
when you need
it. And I say, bro, I found my help in a quote. And it was a quote one day. I forgot who said it, and it was random. It wasn't nobody. Oh, you know how people steal stuff put on Facebook? Mm-hmm. But I believe it was just I ain't gonna say who put it up there, but it was something I seen. And they say, you have to believe in yourself first. And I was like, yeah, true. And your biggest competition is staring you when you look in the mirror.
In the mirror, yeah.
My fight wasn't against nobody else. It was against me. You know what I'm saying? And I opened up, and even though people, said there's certain things, but it made me feel better. I got better. So depression is something I know you've coped with it before. What can you tell them about a little bit of your experience with it? Just a tad. Even
if it gets you down, don't stay down. And that's easier said than done sometimes because it has different effects on different people.
Okay.
But you gonna get down. Don't fight it. Go through it. Release it. Cry, scream, roll around on the floor. Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
Release and refill.
You're right.
You got to refill on the good stuff, but you can't get the good stuff in if you ain't letting the bad stuff out.
I like that. I still quote.
That's a Krystal original.
Thank you very much. You can't get the good stuff in, you can't get the bad stuff out. I like that. I stole that. I'm like,
you got to release the refill.
I'm going to be done sharing that on Facebook. Boy, you ain't say that. I'm like,
they did. I support it. Oh, One Nation. Y'all see it. One Nation.
Y'all heard it first. But that's what's up, man. And that goes into what I really wanted to talk about.
Okay.
The mental health situation. And you know what? Even though I did that one, it's a lot of people been asking me about it. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, you need to do something on mental health. And I'm like, yo, I did something. It's like, no, we heard the story. Let's get another person on so it clicks. Because your cousin, I said, you darn right. I said, let's just go on into it. So, we're going to talk about mental health right quick, y'all. It is a thing that you need to pay close attention to. And it affects a lot of people. Don't think, you know how you get that twitch when you be like, man, should I do this? Should I do that? And then it just keep bothering you. And you find it affecting you in different type of ways. And you're not being yourself and you're just out of your element. That's your mental. That's your mental. And people take it different ways. It can lead to everything. Addiction, suicidal thoughts, depression, anxiety, a million things. Now, what I want to talk to you about is, you see these things and like, yo, call this hotline or call this. But sometimes people don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to kind of confide in somebody that know you. So my question to you is, if somebody's out there that's going through it, what's the best approach to take to start getting some help?
I would really say use those hotlines. And the reason I say that is because you got a non-judgmental person on the other end of that phone.
Okay.
They don't know nothing about you except what you tell them.
True.
As opposed to somebody who see you every day. Well, she was just here the other day. I saw her at the party last week. She looked fine to me.
Yeah.
You know, but who's to say you wasn't partying your woes away? You know, that's where addiction starts sometimes for some people in the club. Because what you do in the club, drink.
24/7.
You're drinking. You're throwing them back. By the time you leave the club, you're good. You're good if you're walking out. I done been there. There.
Yeah, we all.
You know.
We all.
So we're not looking past the music and, you know, the little shoulder shake or the little snap or whatever. That person standing at the bar throwing on their 13th drink.
Yeah.
That might carry over outside the club.
And you know
what I'm saying? They might wake up with a bottle beside the bed. That's when addiction starts. That's alcoholism.
You're right. And then, you know, sometimes alcoholism, it's like, and I've never been an addict, okay? But I've had uncles and stuff. That leads to something else. Like, your body, after so long, your body get immune to something. And then you be like, okay, what's the next bit?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, unfortunately, in my family, it was heroin, you know, and shooting up, stuff like that. And it's just one of those things, man, when you, like you say, when you see yourself getting, well, I can't even say that, because when you're doing it, you don't necessarily see yourself harming yourself. You just be, it's
open.
But this, my thing now, what about that friend that see you doing it, and they come to you, but you know how everybody reacts. I ain't got no addiction. I ain't got no problem. But that friend is just looking out for you.
Yeah.
You know, so definitely listen to what people are trying to tell you. Like she said, she right. The hotline might be the best thing.
Yeah. I will always tell a person to start there.
Okay. Start there with the hotline, then you go from there. Okay.
But if it's to the point where you feel like you're going to hurt yourself or somebody, go to the hospital. Spartanburg Regional, check yourself in the psych unit.
Yeah, you sure
don't take much.
You're right.
It don't take much. Just go down there before you do something that you can't live with, gonna regret later.
Yeah.
Check yourself in.
You're right about that. You're right about that. And now, mental health, it affects everybody.
Yes.
Don't matter your age, color, or whatever, it affects everybody. And one thing is affecting is our youth today.
Hard.
And yeah, very hard. And let me tell y'all something to the parents, grandparents, guardians, anybody. I look at errors, right? Now me, when I was younger, I didn't think about nothing like that.
Right.
You know, I don't know too many people that and it might have been some people, but this day and age, I'm gonna tell you what's a good tool and a bad tool. That social media is rough. That social media, and listen, and I'm using social media as like a platform for me, but social media to the young kids today, I'm gonna be honest with you, man, it can be very detrimental.
You need to have an age limit on it.
It really do. It really do.
Limit on it.
Because, you know, you see so many young kids, and it's like they're addicted to that. You know that? Addicted
Can't
to
hold a conversation, but can send a text.
Yeah, like social media addict. Can you say that?
That's a thing.
Yeah, that's an addict, right? Like you're addicted to that.
Absolutely.
And you know they're in their phone 24/7, and you're right. It's no parental guidance on it, so it's no telling what they seeing. And now I'm comparing that back to when we came through. We didn't have no social media like that.
No, the no-tell era.
Yeah, none of that. You know,
the no-tell, no-show.
Yeah, I don't think if you heard about something, you heard about it.
And you had to confirm and show your receipts that it was true.
Exactly. Now they taking their phone. You know what killed me though? Since we just talking, y'all. We talking about this. But what killed me is something happened somewhere, and the first thing they pull out is a phone, and they share it. And I'm just like, yo, we done seen countless of, you know, acts, murders, deaths, and stuff like that, where a phone shouldn't even been on the scene.
Right.
And it's like, now, I understand these police officers with the body cam stuff, but y'all, it's a lot of us that just be doing things for likes.
Recording,
It's not cool. You need to stop doing that. But like I say, social media is something these kids are taking and they running with it, and it's not good.
It's not.
It's not healthy.
It's almost as bad as a drug.
It really is.
It
and
really
like you say, and parents and guardians, Don't think because your child is 6 years old, 5 years old, 8 years old, on up in the teens that they're not thinking like this because
it's around them.
Yeah, this day and age, kids think totally different from when we was coming up.
I'm telling you.
When I was coming up, I was a sports fanatic. That was all mine. Get my homework done, get outside, play ball.
Yeah.
But just take the time to sit down with your kid and talk to them because they'll tell you some things you really didn't even think they was thinking of. And where you think they getting it from? I'm telling you, it's power in that phone, y'all. And they are looking and then, Chris says, you go to school, I'm going to use one of my kids, for example. They come back with these little slangs now. I'm like, okay, well, I had slangs when I was coming up.
No, they're different now.
They totally different. So I'm like,
they're different now.
I said, what that mean? I don't know. And, my son, I'm going to put him on blast. I'm going to be 100 with it. Yo, that's sus. I said, what is So me, I'm like, sus, what is he saying? Suspect? Is that what he trying to say? I said, is that what you trying to say? I don't know. Who said it? He told me who said it. I'm like, well, use it in a sentence.
Right.
That joke is talking about, Billy sus. But look here, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to stop. Yeah. But please take your time, talk to the kids. Is there anything you could tell these parents out here when it's coming to, put it like this, if you see your kid being different.
Acknowledge it.
Okay. Acknowledge it. And by all means, take the time, sit down and talk to them. You know what I mean? Because you just don't know, man. You don't understand what's going on. And I know I said I was going to talk to you about it. Is it anything you could share with them about mental health? If you done been through, something with mental health.
Oh, yeah. Anybody who's lost somebody has been through something with mental health. Grief.
True.
Extended periods of grief take a toll on your mental health. Stay strong. Go through it. Don't stay in it. That's my biggest thing with it. Go there. My auntie said this. Go there, but don't stay there.
Go there, but don't stay there.
Exactly. Because you got to go through it. You can't not just go through it.
You're right.
Because then that's denial. You're living your life in denial because you're not facing your truth. So just make peace with it.
True.
You got to go through to get through sometimes.
Yeah, and you're right.
It's all right.
That denial can be a big thing. Because I've been in denial about.
We all have.
We all.
Me too.
We all went through it. Like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. But you're right. If you, you're right. You lose someone, you go through it. And people grieve differently too.
Absolutely.
Some people like to shout it out. I'm gonna tell you a story that's really tripped me out. This on my father's side of the family. My grandmother passed. I ain't see her daughter shed one tear. Strong as ox. All the way up to the funeral. And I got to talk to her, after the funeral. I said, Auntie, I ain't see you do nothing. She said, I have my time. She said, but right now, she said, I gotta be strong for everybody else. I said, okay, cool. And I think I went back with my father probably like 2 days later. And that's when it hit her, because she actually stayed in the house where her mother was at. And it was just one of them things where it was just, it just got on and it couldn't get off.
Oh, yeah.
Me thinking now, I was like 15 at the time. That had to do with mental health too. Because and like you say, what your aunt tell you?
Go there, but don't stay there.
But she
never went.
She never went.
So she was forced to go, and it broke her.
It tore up.
I've been there.
See, and we all have it. See, a lot of us, I can relate to you, but at the same time, it's good to get somebody else approach with it, how they dealt with it, opinion, because when I went through it, like you say, I thought my answers was in a bottle.
Absolutely.
And it was it's the cheapest bottle you could find. It was two-letter word NJ.
Oh yeah, the cheap stuff get you drunk quick.
It was the cheapest one you could find.
Get you drunk quick.
Yeah, I'm getting there real quick. And I tell this story, man. Sade didn't know. Sade was working at Walmart, so she had crazy hours. And I was staying in the apartment. I would wait till she leave and get bent. go to sleep on the floor. And I got the time. I'm like, yo, she'll be back by about 10. I'll be up straight in the bed. And I did that for a whole year and a half, bro. You know, and it just, nobody really talked to me. I went through it by myself.
Yeah.
You know, now, can you say something to those that's going through it by themselves? Is it?
Oh, yeah, because you can get through it by yourself.
Now, it was hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's challenging.
It's very challenging, but it can be done. It can be done because a large part of what I went through by myself.
Okay.
The biggest part is to keep your mind stable. Where the mind go, the body follow.
Yeah.
So if you keep telling yourself you're depressed instead of trying to do things to overcome the depression, you're going to stay there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to stay right there.
Y'all listen
But
to what
if you
she
get
say.
up and if it ain't nothing but get in the mirror and do your hair, a shave for the men, you know, take a shower, put on your clean, comfortable PJs if you don't feel like putting on no clothes. Put on some music. Music make you feel good.
It sure do. Music,
you know,
calms the
dance a
soul.
little bit.
Yeah, it do. It do. It's a lot of. That's when you tap in. That's when you tap in with those songs you say your mom and dad used to listen to.
Absolutely.
That's what.
And see, when I went through it, it was about my daddy. So my daddy loved music. They can tell you that. Like my daddy has so much music. I think Uncle Carson still got music.
Oh, he do.
To this day.
He do.
That belonged to my daddy. I put on one of his songs. Yeah, I might cry, but I'm going to dance while I'm crying. I'm going to holler and scream, but I'm going to dance that thing out.
You're right. That's,
you know?
That's good, man.
But it ain't easy for everybody. Everybody, you know, we weren't made to be alone. Isolation is good. Enjoying your solitude is good, but too much of it can be detrimental. Everybody needs somebody.
You gotta have that somebody.
Everybody needs
in that corner. You know what I mean? Now, I know a lot of people that, you know, they tend to live their life, you know, a different way. And it's like by themselves. They don't need nobody. But no matter, I don't care what it is, a friend or something, you need that staple there. Because it's gonna be times where you can't get through it. Absolutely. You know, you can't, like you say, you can, but everybody ain't built like that. Everybody,
and that's all right.
Yeah, everybody ain't built to go through it alone. So let somebody be there. You know what I mean?
Allow it.
Yeah, because people can shy you off. I don't need nobody. Okay, I'm looking at you, bro. I'm looking at you, sis. You need somebody. You know, you need somebody there, man. And that's one thing, like for the kids, the mental health. Parents, be a parent.
Yes.
I said this one time before. I understand y'all love your kids and try to be, what they say, try to be a friend. No, be a parent.
Yeah, wait till they become of age to enter into the friendship part.
Yeah, you wait till they get on up age and where you can, you know, they can go do what they got to do. Then you can be that friend. But until then, be that parent, be that father, be that mother, and just stay on them. I mean, it's not hard.
Be nosy. Be in their business.
You know, we come through. I know your people stayed on you. I know they stayed on me. You know,
my folks had to fear in me. They don't know what the fear is nowadays. They don't know what it is. That.
Yeah, you know.
One time.
Hey, and you know what's crazy? Our parents could just look at you
just one time.
Man, I seen something one day. This dude was in. I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all know when y'all be out, little Timmy be whooping the hell out of his mama and the dad. Y'all know that. Y'all done seen that. And y'all done been in that line. And you be like, man,
I know better.
Yeah, I wish he would.
I know better.
I'm going to tell you something. I seen little Timmy one day. I'm using this name because it's always a Timmy or Jonathan or something.
Yeah.
Put that down. No. Damn. I said, little Timmy. It's power in the name. Little Timmy after little Timmy.
More gangster than I ever been.
Yes. And that yo, I didn't see that back in our era. Because you do something, your mama look at you a certain type of way, your daddy, you know, put that shit down. Leave it alone. But nowadays, and the kid, and they fight back.
Yeah, they do.
So when they started hitting the parent back, like, what is that?
That's foreign to me.
Yeah, like, you better not.
That's foreign.
And I'm sorry, y'all, but if you like me, Krystal like me, everybody in this room like me, you see that, you know what you're going to want to do, right? Bust little Timmy's
like,
ass.
Come here.
Yeah, exactly. But y'all, you see, it starts there. So if he's doing that then,
It's going to intensify when he get about 15, 16.
Yeah, it's going to get ugly. Little Timmy going to be doing more than hitting on you. Little Timmy going to try to do something to the house.
I have to call the people for Timmy. I have to call the people and tell them to get him on.
Exactly, man.
Out of here. Timmy got to go.
Timmy got to get
he got to go.
Y'all sorry, but y'all know it's the truth, man. But yeah, that whole mental health thing, man, it's serious, y'all. And I wanted to dive into this because I know a couple people that's going through it right now. I know a friend of mine that's going through it. And I just want them to, hey, bro, stay strong. You know, you got this, you know, do what you got to do for her, and you're going to be all right. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
That's just how that's going to go. That's how it is. Now, since we're going to talk about mental health, we ran over what you do for a living. But this is my thing. You ever thought you would be doing this? Your profession? Now, okay, let me talk to you like in-law. We're going to go all the way back. We're 30, not 30. Damn, we're old. We're going to go all the way back.
Wait a minute now. Wait.
I knew you was going to do that. No. Well, let's go back. Let's go back 10 years. Let's go back 10 years. Y'all could go back. I tell you what. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the Garfield days. If y'all don't know about that, that's used to be a club there. You ever think you'll be doing
No. Not exactly this, and especially not with this population. No. But thinking back to the Garfield days, I understand how I got here. I understand how I got here. Because I was in college in the Garfield days.
Yeah, I got you.
I was partying when I should have been studying, but that's another story. That's different.
But that shows you how, you know, because you asked me 10 years ago, would I be doing this? No, because I wasn't in college, but I was partying with all of them, you know. Mm-hmm. But it goes to show you how things change. You grow, and you look back. When you look back on your past, you be like, damn, I done came a long way.
Seriously.
You know, and now you're helping people. You know what I'm saying? I'm using my platform to try to help people. You know, get y'all the knowledge you need, get you everything, you know, you need to hear, promote any brands that's out there.
Absolutely.
And good people on the podcast. And this is a good woman, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that right now. I've been knowing her for a long time.
Thank you.
She done had my back. And she's not afraid to say anything. And we'll put you in your place. Respectfully. Good lady here. You know, real talk, man. And I just had to have you on talk about this. And it amazes me, Krystal, to see. I know you, to see the growth. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you see me, you already know how I've been. You know,
we grew together.
Yeah, we did.
We grew together on our own path.
On our own path.
Yeah.
On our own path,
Absolutely.
Man. And it's been fun to see, and I just can't wait. You know, to see where it's gonna be 10 years from now.
I know.
You know, like
better, even better.
Like you did what? Better. You helped this person out. I mean, and that's dope. Like I say, I didn't even know you was doing it. And I'm like,
yeah, you remember my DSS day?
Yeah. That's what I remember.
Oh yeah,
the DSS day.
DSS
You right, man. But
the counseling really started there.
Did it? Now let me ask you this. Now you talk to people. Mm-hmm. Was there ever time? Well, I'm pretty sure, but did anybody come to you and talk to you to get you where you need to be? Or was that something you figured out?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I had people to talk to. I needed people to talk to. Like, I got a really good friend. I had my daddy was my best friend. You know, and I had him till I was 26. So he got me there.
We almost, you know. I had my mom till I was 25.
Yeah, year before mine.
Sure did.
So he got me where I needed to be. He kept me strong. He taught me how to push, you know, just hustle, push, do
keep
it.
Going.
You know, don't sweat the small stuff. Keep pushing, keep going, keep moving. Okay. So after he passed, you know, I had my stepmama and everything like that. So but I had y'all, you know, and I had Keisha, Wanda.
Shouts out, girl.
Yeah, you know, I had, and little did they know they was helping me through something. I'm pretty sure Keisha knew at some point because we talked a good bit. But you know, I had women around me that were strong. You know,
you're right. And the people you named, you're right.
Around me, strong mentally, strong physically. You know, they knew how to get a prayer through.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
Prayer warrior.
Yeah,
You're right about
how
that.
to get a prayer through. Even
Right
though we
about
partied hard, but we still had faith.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And that's something. You're right. You still got that. Regardless, you can party hard and all this, and you still know who God is.
Oh yeah.
Simple as
yeah,
that.
and all my girls do.
That's good.
I don't have many, but the few that I have are true.
That's what I battled with that, but I did have a good core around me.
Yeah.
They got me through what I needed, when I needed at the time, and then I had, people always say, and I'm going to say this, and I'm pretty sure you'll vouch for this. I love my family. Let's get that out there. I know you say blood thicker than water. I know that's what you say. But, yeah, it may be thicker than water, but you find water becoming family. Did I say that right? Yeah, find water becoming family. Because
sometimes water flow easier than blood.
Yes. And I want to shout out to those that wasn't my family.
Absolutely.
That helped me, guys. Since you named somebody, I'm going to name her brother. Kwame Fernandez.
Good people. All of them.
Definitely good dude. Taught me out of some things, kept me out of a lot, and kept me solid. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you what's crazy. Sade can vouch for this, Kwame and Keisha. When I lost my mother, I got up, the first house I went to was Kwame. Went in there, told Keisha what's going on, gave her a hug, they pulled me a shot, I hit it. Kwame said, now you got to do the toughest thing you ever done in your life. Then I went on down to that hospice home, did what I had to do. But it was the fact of when that happened, the first thing clicked in my mind. No, I'm being honest with y'all. I didn't reach out to an aunt. I didn't reach out to my dad. I reached out to the new family I had.
Absolutely.
And they welcomed me with open arms, man. That was just, so when she's talking about, they brother and sister, y'all. Good people, solid. And you need that in your corner. You know what I'm saying? You really need that, because if I didn't have that, I don't know what I would have done.
Seriously, and I got a similar story with Keisha when my daddy was going through it. We had a bad night, and I kind of knew from that night that the end was kind of near.
Yeah.
Well, I was supposed to be going to Keisha's house anyway, but I called her, and I was practically screaming in the phone. I got there, my girl was waiting on me.
Yeah.
And even when my daddy did pass, I think Keisha was probably the first. Like, she made sure I was all right. If it wasn't nothing but a text message.
Yeah, and that goes a long way.
It goes a long way. Yeah, it does. Like, she'll always hold a special place for me just for that.
And that's what's up.
Yeah,
man.
she was there. People. She was there.
Yeah, like I say, y'all, you need that sometime, man. It's just one of them things. And everybody ain't been through it yet.
Right.
Lose a parent. It's rough. All this ties in with mental health, man, because you're going to go through it for a while. And like she said, you can stay there, or, you can keep moving, and eventually you got to keep moving, because like you say, if you stay there, well, it's going to be the worst time.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Ever. And it's going to be harder to get out.
You're right. You're going to find yourself trying to get out of doors you can't unlock, man. It's just one of them things. But definitely keep that in mind. If you got somebody solid in your corner, keep them there. Don't shy away from them, because they know you better than. Sometimes they know you better than you know yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They see things in you don't see in yourself too.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Because like you said earlier about that friend that was drinking and the friend that tried to calm and be like, hey, look, I noticed. Sometimes you got to come with receipts. Make them listen if they don't want to listen, especially if you see it starting to affect their health.
You're right.
Mental health, physical health, whatever.
You're right about that.
Like, hey, I see you throwing that bottle back, like, pretty much 6 days out of 7-day week. Well, you all right? You want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's rough. Man, I wish I had seen me throwing that ball back. Hey, I'm crazy. Yeah, everybody know me. I ain't got no sense. Whatever. There's something wrong with me, real talk.
You got some.
Hey, I threw that bottle back and kind of glimpsed of myself in the mirror, bro. I say, damn, son, what you doing? I mean, just guzzling, man, to like, it ain't nothing. Now, I can't even stand E&J is my worst drink now. I can't even
I can't too much
I can't get through with it.
either.
I can't. Now I just
can't tolerate it too
I
much.
sip a little bit now, y'all. But
socially.
yeah,
And
but
cute light, you know, real
yeah,
cute
you know,
light.
you get older, you start doing things. And my homeboy be like, "Hey, bro, you want bro? You know, chill. Let me sip a little bit. Let me get that water."
Right, little juice.
Yeah, because I know how this can end.
Oh,
This
yeah.
can get ugly. You don't want to see that.
Yeah,
But
and that's
man,
what the people thinking who on heroin and crack and
yes,
coke. You
yes.
know, they're looking for something to make something go away.
You're right.
You know, it's just not. But you and I would choose.
You're right.
You know, but everybody that's became an addict has a reason. They have a reason.
There's a reason behind it.
You know, because it's really a sickness.
It is.
You know, they don't really want to be where they are.
They don't.
But you got that addiction, that substance that's just kind of pulling at you. You know, it done got in you now.
Yeah.
So now you fiending for it.
And it's hard.
You know,
get
and they can't. Everybody can't fight past that.
Sure can't.
They can't. They have to feed the fiend.
You're right.
You know.
You're right.
So a lot of people that I see are either recovering or still using.
Yeah, and you're right. And then the recovery stage is hard.
Yeah, relapse.
Because relapse is something serious.
It don't take
man.
much.
It don't. And that's why, you know, even when you're recovering, you gotta keep yourself away from certain crowds, so to say, certain people, because one little itch of it, you know, and you get back up, you hooked again, bro.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
But I want to say this too, to the people that's going through something, and you feel like it's at the end. You feel like you can't go no more. You thinking about harming yourself. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. I'm the type of person that, you know, you got to find your purpose in life, right? So I was just talking about this earlier with my wife. I was like, yo, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be that, I want to be that. And none of it worked. Or maybe I didn't put the effort into it. Maybe you going through the same thing. But you got to find your purpose. But once you do, stick with it. And most importantly, you got to put God first. Because if you don't have him, what do you have? You know, you're just a shell. You're just a shell going through life with no guidance. You know what I'm saying? And no God. And when you say that, a lot of people are like, well, I try to put God first. No, let me kind of break it down to you. This is the growth I've learned. You got to be careful what you pray for. I prayed for some things and it actually happened. I mean, seen it. And I'm just like, yo. And then I had the nerve to question God. Yo, why you know, but that's what you prayed for. That's what you asked for. Well, can you help me? Send something my way. And then the whole time, we're going to use this for example. Let's say you ask God, you know, God, I need help. And we all have done it. Is there any way you can help me? Okay, you go to the local store or something. Bump into an old friend. Hey, man, how you doing? You know, boom, boom, boom. But it's one of the people you don't associate with. You deny it. Okay? Same thing happened a week later. You know, why you bumping all these people? God, why you ain't helping? Well, I sent you to help.
I sent you to help.
You turned it away.
That's it.
You turned it away. You turned it away. I sent you 3-4 people that, you know, I know that you really don't have a big, you know, common ground with, but they can help you in a certain way. Your blessing could be somebody. And y'all turning the cheek on it. You know, now, don't get me wrong. I know some of you don't want to deal with everybody. Some people like being to themselves.
Right.
But when that knock come, bro, you got to answer that door. Appropriately. You know, and when you do that, allow it to happen. Now, now listen, y'all know I'm a fool. I ain't sitting on here saying just answer the door for no random person. Now, you know what I'm saying? Appropriately. Now, if you look outside, you got with a hoodie on, and he ain't showing his face. Well, I'm sorry. Don't you answer that door. Don't you answer that door. But at the same time, you got to understand what you pray for, man, and he'll send it your way. You know, and to the young generation out there, before we get out of here with this podcast, I just want to say you are important. You are the future. And we definitely need you because without y'all, we end here. Simple as that. Now you want to tell them, Krystal?
Acknowledge your children. When they tell you they're depressed, anxious, don't dismiss them. Tell them to press the dishes.
Exactly.
Acknowledge it, because that's where a lot of it come into. So just be aware. Just listen.
Okay, well, I think we had a pretty good show.
I think we did too.
I think we did too. I'm gonna have to get my assistant. She don't like doing this part of the show, but it's all good. She cool. She cool. But real talk, y'all. I hope y'all understood everything that was going on. And I just want to let y'all know from me and Krystal, it's been a good show. Krystal, I'm glad I had you on.
Thank you for having me.
No, you already know.
It.
And this is the One Nation Podcast 864, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.